What's going on, everybody? Dave here, Hidden Off Grid, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm gonna go ahead and go through my repair kit for the Appalachian Trail through hike in 2022, and I'm gonna go through the first aid kit as well. I'm actually using two cameras today. I've ripped apart my complete room to set this up. Unfortunately, a lot of the camera equipment is already taken over to storage. All the lights, the cameras, the stands, all that. So I'm making do with what I have today, and hopefully there's not too many shadows and all that stuff. First time I'm ever doing two cameras, so I'm gonna see how that works as well. So anyways, go ahead and watch all the way through to the end of the video and support me here. I appreciate it. And so let's go ahead and get started. All right, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna basically take everything out of the first aid kit. Now, granted, this camera, I'm doing a double camera this time. I've never done a double camera, ever. This is the first time I've ever done it for both channels. I've never done it for the other channel either. So, all right, what we're gonna dig into is we're gonna look at the repair kit here, and as if I can manage both cameras. Hopefully it turns out all right. Let's just kind of dig through what we got in here, right? One thing at a time. So we got some of this, I don't know what they call this stuff. I think this is called moleskin, if I'm not mistaken, and this is kind of what I would probably use for, maybe for blisters or something like that. So that's moleskin, that's what's in there. We got a quick clean, so that's just a quick clean. So basically this is just an antiseptic hand wipe, similar to a wet nap, I suppose. We just have an emergency set of earplugs. We have a set of matches, or a pair of matches. You just never know. I mean, they don't weigh hardly anything. Stick them in a Ziploc bag. It's pretty much waterproof. And you really, I mean, why not carry them, right? You just never know. Fire could be very important. Not to mention I'll have a lighter as well. But so, and I took these out of my bug out bag, or my bob. And this is actually, I believe this is for treating water, so I got to remember to stick another set of these back in the bug out bag. And that's just in case I lose my filter or something like that. I got some Band-Aids in there, just some really small ones. I got some ibuprofen, which I'll actually probably bring a little bit more than this. There's what, 5 here. This got taken out of the bug out bag too, I think. I can't remember if I took it out of the bug out bag, but I have a big old box, or a big old container of these anyway, so I'll probably bring a little bit more of these. Not to mention, I'm actually probably gonna end up bringing some bark, a willow bark, I think is what it's called, and I'm gonna try that and see how that works. But the last time I tried it, I got nosebleeds, which is kind of odd because I had a nosebleed in 25 plus years, so I don't know if it was that or not. It could have just been picking my nose or something, who knows. I got a pair of plastic tweezers here, and so I'll be bringing those, because you never know, you could just get a splinter or something like that. You need to pull it out, right? So a splinter, you don't want to be getting stuck trying to get a splinter, and these don't weigh anything. We're actually going to bring quite a few of these Vegas Sports. I don't even know why. This is just a hydrator, by the way. I don't remember, actually going to bring a ton of these. You're not going to be able to get them on the trail, most likely. I get these at Whole Foods, and you can probably get them from any other store like that. Kind of probably even a a Trader Joe's or a Sprouts probably would have these too, but you're not going to get these on the trail. I'm going to bring this. This is just a file. You just never know. It doesn't weigh anything, and you never know, right? I mean, keep your nails, especially your toenails. You get a hangnail or something like that. This doesn't weigh anything. To me, I could probably tear it in half, I suppose, too, but it doesn't weigh that much, and you just never know. You're probably going to need something like this just to protect your toes, right? Now, you don't want to be busting through socks. You don't want to be getting a hangnail. You don't want your nail to fall off, and you just never know. Look how nice trim my nails are right there, right? It's probably my mani and my pedi I just had recently. Just kidding. I can't remember where I got this from, but it's Neosporin. It's very flat. It doesn't take up any room, and it doesn't weigh anything. It's expired. Who cares? Stuff like this doesn't expire, in my opinion. This expired in 2016. I think this came out of a medicine repair kit or something like that, but stuff like this doesn't expire. Come on. I have a bunch of these. These are just alcohol wipes. Why not bring some of those? They don't weigh anything. They're very flat, so I got a couple of those in there. And then I got some gauze here, just a kind of a mid-sized gauze there. And then I have a Band-Aid here, which is actually just, I think that's actually maybe it is a Band-Aid. Let me see, is this a gauze? I think this is just a gauze if I'm not mistaken. So that's fine. We have some tape and some other areas, which I'm going to show you here in a second. So that's what's in the actual first aid kit. And then we'll weigh these up at the end just so you can kind of get a weight of how much all this stuff weighs. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the actual repair kit next. All right, now that we got everything out of the repair kit, I don't even know which camera to look at, so let's go ahead and take a look at what's in the repair kit next here. What I have is I custom made these two. I went over to, can't remember where it was. I think I went over to FedEx and asked them for all of their non-sticky back stuff from pulling off the labels. So they gave me a bunch. They just pulled them out of the trash, and then I took Tyvek tape and cut out kind of various shapes there and various sizes, and then kind of glued them back to that non-stick thing. So it doesn't weigh anything, and in my opinion that could be used to repair a tent or something like that. I got some Gorilla tape here, and I can't remember the Luco tape, I think this is what this is called. Various sizes, still on this non-stick back here, which you can get at FedEx. And then I got this Gorilla tape, just various sizes. I cut in any size I want, and that is just to repair a tent or a backpack or something like that. You never know. Not to mention it could also be used to hold a Band-Aid on. That's what I'm talking about earlier. Next thing I have here is just a little teeny tiny carabiner. It doesn't weigh anything. It's from Z-Packs. I don't even know why I put that in there. Why not, right? You just never freaking know what you're going to need something stupid for. It doesn't weigh anything, right? Okay, what do we got next here? We got a little bit of zip ties, just really small ones. You just never know if you're going to need some zip ties. They don't weigh anything, and why not bring some? This is another one, super glue here. It's a brand new thing there. Who knows, this could be dried up, but just another brand new thing of super glue in a Ziploc bag to protect it in case it leaks or something like that. So moving on to the next thing here, just a little pair of scissors. Teeny pair of scissors. Don't weigh anything. Don't remember where I got them from. I probably got them out of a little teeny sewing kit. I bought a couple different sewing kits for the bug out bag, and I probably bought an extra one, so I took those out of there. So that's coming with me. You just never know when you need a pair of scissors. Little bit of thread here. You just never know if you're gonna need thread. You might need to suture up something, like I know how to do that, but you just never know, right? You could use it as a tourniquet. You could use it as of course, there's other things you could use for a tourniquet, but you can use it to sew up things. You can use it to, what else am I talking? I don't really know, but that's pretty much it. It just doesn't weigh anything, right? Little tiny thimble to push a needle, and we'll talk about the needles next, but a little thimble, doesn't weigh anything, it's plastic. And then I got a various, I think there's, I can't remember, that's just, I don't actually even know why that's in there. That little thing that's bent up in there actually is a what do you call it? A tape measure. I don't know why it's in there, believe it or not. I mean, it came in the kit, obviously, but I don't really need that. What do I need to measure something for on the trail? But these needles and bobby pins or whatever, I think that could be very useful. I'll probably take the other thing out, but it doesn't really weigh anything either. I'll probably take it out of there. It doesn't need to be in there, but you know, you never know when you need a needle. You could have to sew something up or something like that. So I figured, why not just have a needle? And if you need to pick zits or something like that, then that's what that's for. If you got a boil, if you got a cyst, if you got a, what's another one? A blister or something like that, then that's what the needle could be used for. Probably need 2 needles, but it is what it is. All right, what do we got next here? We got a, basically this is just all 3 of these things combined here are really just to repair a sleeping pad. So that's all going with me, because you could get a hole in the sleeping pad, and that's fine. I kind of trying out, I got 2 sleeping pads, and the one I'm bringing actually doesn't weigh too much, but it is also may not be as durable as the X-Lite. So I don't know, we'll try it out. It does weigh several ounces less than the Neo Air X-Lite, but it is what it is. So we'll go over that stuff in future video. All right, it's time to weigh these up and give you a weight on these items, and so let's go and do that next. All right, first one we're gonna weigh up is the first aid kit. So let's go and weigh that up. Let's make sure we have it on ounces. We have it in ounces, and it's 1.6 ounces for the first aid kit. That sounds like a lot, but you know, it's not that much. You know, I mean, you just never know. The first aid kit's not something you should really cheap out on or be a weight weenie on, right? So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and weigh the repair kit next here. So repair kit weighs 1.3 ounces, and that's not very much either. Probably a couple things I could probably take out of there, but repair kit and first aid kit's probably not something you should really cheap out on and really be a weight weenie on. So what I was talking about earlier is the fact that I have tape to tape those bandages up and all that, and now there's not a lot of tape in the repair kit, but what I do have here is my trekking poles, and you can see that I've wrapped some Gorilla tape around one of the trekking poles, so that'll be a lot more tape right there. The other trekking pole here has that Luco tape, I think is what it's called, so you can kind of just see it wrapped around that as well. So that's more tape, that's on the trekking poles. Kind of evens the trekking poles out a little bit because I got tape on both. And really it's not gonna, I don't have to carry it, right? In general, because I'm not gonna be carrying these. They're just pretty much using these every day, you know, 12 hours, 10 hours a day, and so it is what it is. So yes, I do have a little bit of tape in the repair kit, but in general, I got a lot more tape on the trekking poles. If you have any questions on this stuff, like I said, I'm filling out Hiker Pack or Lighter Pack, I think it's called, .com with all this stuff and the weights, and I'll reveal that probably maybe this video or next video, I don't remember. And still filling out stuff in there, so it is what it is. But anyways, if you have any questions about this video, go and leave a comment down below. So if you're interested in seeing my Appalachian Trail through hike in 2022, go ahead and like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.